Good morning. Welcome. It's Lagos Talks 91.3. It's time for your financial literacy program. It's time for Everyday Money Matters. And I have to get this out of the way. EMM, that's Everyday Money Matters, is a financial literacy program, and as such, answers to questions should not be considered as financial advice, but merely the opinions of our guests. Kindly consult your financial advisor for your personal, business, financial related issues. Now that that's out of the way, if you're looking to grow money, keep money, or you have questions about your finances, you are in the right place. It's time for EMM, Everyday Money Matters, and to be a part of this conversation, all you have to do is call any of these numbers live. 0809 191 3913 and 0809 222 0913. Also 0809 234 5913. We're also on social media at Lagos Talks 913 on Twitter, but more importantly, we're also broadcasting live via our webinar. All you have to do is go to Nairametrics or at Lagos Talks 913, click on the link and you'll be transported live inside the studio. You can see all the participants. You can ask your questions directly and do so much more. Right, we have to introduce our money team. We have Ugodre, Obichuko, and Loretta in the building. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. How's everyone doing? Hey, Loretta, you're back.
Yes, I'm back. I'm better.
Nice. Where's Ugodre? I can't see him. Where you at, Ugo? What's going on?
I'm here, bro. I'm here. I'm good. Good.
Hey, yes.
Good. Trying to shine like you. You're trying to shine, trying to tap all the blessings that you have.
Please,
right.
carry on. It's a very good thing. It actually does help. Yes. So let's jump into things. Let's see what's really going on. Anything major happening in the world of business, finance that we need to know about?
Yes, a lot of stuff, but maybe we'll talk about the most recent one, and that was yesterday. Inflation rate numbers came out yesterday.
True.
I think we're on 13.22, right, Loretta? I hope I'm correct. 13 point, yeah, inflation rate, and that's the highest in 29 months. So the highest in 29 months.
Wow.
And but the one that actually caught my attention is food inflation. Food inflation is up 16% year on year. So those are very strong numbers. Interesting to note that in 2017, I think, food inflation was about 20%. So we got to that kind of levels. And it appears that is where we are headed, because with, fuel price going up and, cost of doing business going up, exchange rate devaluing, it's likely that farmers are also thinking about increasing their cost of sale, cost of their output, their products, and it's tough out there. So for a lot of Nigerians, I don't know, Sadiq, when was the last time you went to market? When was the last time?
It depends on which markets we're talking about. Are we talking about the financial markets, or are we talking about
food stuff?
Market?
Food stuff market.
That was over the weekend. Last weekend, I always go to the markets. I'm a market kind of guy.
Exactly, because I know you're domestic. So what you bought last weekend, is it the same price with what it was?
To be honest, the prices have been going up and up and up. I actually just thought it was the market women, maybe expressing their love for me and my wonderful new haircut or something. I don't know. But hey, these things happen. Yeah, prices have gone up. I have noticed.
Yeah, so prices have gone up.
It's going 100 naira to 150 on Twitter. People were complaining. So pretty scary out there.
Yeah, it's intense. And I hope it's going to level off and stay that way, because if it keeps going up, there'll be serious problems. But what exactly can the CBN or the government actually do to help matters?
Loretta, take this.
So I can answer on the food inflation part.
Yeah.
There are different things that cause the inflation. There's food inflation, and there's the one caused by airline prices going up and healthcare, pharmaceutical going up. But food inflation happens to be the scariest one, particularly because it has been rise since the peak of the lockdown, where logistics distribution was disrupted. Then at some point, the biggest input seller, the biggest fertilizer seller, also had to shut down. So it was hard to get input. So much of it has started since. And I saw something that CBN said they were going to increase investments in the agricultural sector from 4% of I think the total bank loans or something like that to 10%. Yeah, so they are trying to put more investments in the sector. Now, I don't know how fast that can trigger a change, but what I can say is my prediction, it will likely go up a little bit more before, yeah, it probably, the highest it was in, as of 29 months ago, was 13.24, and we are 13.22 right now, so.
Wow, so we're almost back there at the highest ever. Wow. So you think about actually just touch that and then start to go down with prayers.
We pray.
Right. That's actually...
and the interesting thing is that if you look at nearly almost like staple food is what went up. You know what I mean? Bread, cereal, yam, potato, tubers, fish, meat. Like what you used to, what you used to do that your nice delicacy. Yes. Everything. Yes. There's no escape route. You can't say, man, I just want to let me just focus on yam alone. No, they got you. Let me just focus on fish. No, they got you there.
Well, it depends. You see, I catch my own fish, so hey, I don't suffer.
You want to? Well, yeah, that's true.
You understand? Thank you very much. Yes,
that's true. But Loretta hit the nail there, though. There's really there's a lot. There's a lot. There are few things government can do. It makes sure. So a lot of the bannings and the import bans that the government is doing, it's got good intention, but the fact is that it's maybe the timing is a bit off because of what we're going through. A lot of supply chain issues exist now because of the lockdown and the effects of it on the economy. So government has got to allow a little bit of importation just so that we can make prices stabilize. I mean, it doesn't have to be everything, but those key things that are very important for the local manufacturers to continue to thrive and to continue to produce is what you've got to open up. And then if there are produce that they do that we can't meet demand, right? Let's say that Nigeria needs, say, 1,000 tons of rice or 1,000 bags of rice, and what we're able to make as a country is 600, then you've got to be able to allow 400 come in just to balance that out. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they've got to be able to do all those kind of things and, put all those in the mix, and then perhaps we can start to see prices moderate again. But if you don't do that and, you continue with this straitjacket way, then we're in for a long haul. Like I said, one of my daily briefs, I do this daily briefs on Instagram. Not every day though, but any day that there's something very important to say in the economy, I talk about it. One of the things I said is that Nigerians are subsidizing now. We are subsidizing government policies. That's really the point, Sadiq. So we're subsidizing the cost of making rice locally in Nigeria. So think about it. If you had imported that rice, you probably would have paid 7,000, 8,000 naira for a bag. Because it's being banned, you're paying 20,000 naira because it's locally made rice. And we're doing that so that we can create jobs in the agricultural sector, and then we can have a lot of long-term growth and stability. So that is you and I effectively start subsidizing maybe future for Nigeria. So, but is it the right time to do it? I don't know. So those are the things you got to talk about. Yeah, that's inflation.
Ever a right time to do it? Funny enough, is there ever a right time? Because it just seems like no matter when you do it, there will be.
Nobody just knows it. So you're right.
It's like we're almost paying for our country's future. It's like, okay, let's pay these amounts now so that later on things can get better. But hey, that's another matter entirely. Do we know how to do these things? Do we have a tradition of deferring our enjoyment until later? Hey, many questions. Funny enough, that was actually the first question that we got. It was asking about this policy and how and what the government can actually do to affect it. Let's move on to the next question. It says, good morning, money team. Please, how do I invest in the foreign equity markets? Yes. How do you do that? Ugo, do you want to take this, Loretta?
Ladies first. Always got to be ladies first.
Okay, so foreign equity markets could mean investing in an African country. It could mean investing in a country in Asia.
True.
So
True.
do is determine what country you want to invest in, or rather what market you want to invest in. So do you want to go for the market, sub-Saharan Africa or whatever, or do you want to go to the frontier markets? Now, if you decide, okay, I want to invest in the United States, for example, then you would go to the particular stock exchange you want to invest in, and then find the brokers, apply, send the required document, put your money, that's it. But over time, thanks to technology, there are apps you can invest through now. You can create your own, input all the details, and invest in whatever stocks you want to invest in.
Anyway,
wherever. It could be cost. To be, of course, you're not at this point. You're no longer investing in the naira, so you're no longer investing with naira. So it'll be much more expensive. But those are the ways. Yeah, those are the two different ways you can invest.
Nice. Thank you so much for that. And another question.
Sadiq, have you tried one of those apps before? Though?
I've tried one of them.
Have you tried?
But I actually want to get maybe like 2 or 3, then see how all of them play out, and then I'll zone in on one and decide to use that one. I'm stuck between 2 right now. Yeah, but I mean, it was based on the advice
I tried
you gave.
one.
I think
some time ago. Yeah, there's one that I used.
Oh yes, I remember you said that one. I've not opened that one properly. I've opened the other one. So, but it's something. That's
so I got a friend open one. That guy.
Yeah.
I got a friend to open one. That guy is hardly in the stock market, and he opened one, and the guy is a flyer.
Oh,
he's
for
doing
real?
10-15% now.
Yeah, kidding.
Yeah, on his stocks. His picks are crazy. I'm like, dude, how do you do it? Do you know what this company does? He said, man, bro, man, I use my gambling trips, man. My gambling tips, man. I said, man, you're going to go down very soon, man, because this is stock market. It ain't gambling.
It's
it
not
doesn't
like
work like that. It sucks you in. You got to know what you're buying.
Anyways, let's just say he's lucky for now. So me too, I want to learn properly first before I dive in so that they won't use me to sign markets. Right, let's go to the next question. It says, what's the best thing to invest in right now in Nigeria? The best thing. I don't know if it means the amount of returns or the security of it. I'm not sure, but what's the best thing to invest in now?
The best thing to invest in now is yourself. That's what I would say.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the best thing to invest in right now.
Oh, yourself.
Not you, Sadiq. In yourself. Invest in yourself. That's the best thing. Now, the next best thing would be at the moment, you got to invest in something that has an antidote or a buffer against inflation, because inflation is the biggest problem we're having in Nigeria today. Yeah, that is essentially the biggest elephant in the room today.
Yep.
I repeat, inflation is the biggest elephant in the room today. It's the biggest problem we have in Nigeria. So if you find an investment that is protects you, then you're good. And that investment is either foreign denominated currency investment, which is a dollar related investment. Is either you're buying foreign stocks or you're keeping dollars or you're investing in a dollar Eurobond fund. It's gotta be dollars, right? And then the next best thing, right, is real estate. Okay, so if you can snap up real estate at a good price, then that is probably a hedge against inflation. Interesting thing is that real estate, the value doesn't always go up as that much. But
at least
the rental income is not always that great. It's usually like 5-7%. Yeah. But the value hardly drops. But now it also depends on where you're buying the real estate. So don't go and buy real estate in Cameroon, like where Sadiq stays, that neighborhood. Right.
Hey, Cameroon is not that bad.
The posh part of Cameroon to buy your real estate. So you gotta be able to, if you get nice choice real estate in neighborhoods, then you're fine. But if you can't, then that's what it's gonna be, then you might not get that kind of buffer. But like I said, those are the next best things that you can do.
Interesting. Nice, nice. So basically, just take yourself out of that inflation trap that's eating us all. Let's move on to the next question. It says, how can you best explain all share index of an equity market? Yeah, who's going to take that one? The all share index. We hear that all the time on the news. What is it all
Yeah,
about?
it's about the direction of the stock market. That is the simple explanation. It
Okay.
is movement of the stock market. So all of the stocks on the stock market together gained probably after the direction is it's gained pretty much. I'm trying to explain it in the simplest way. So the trend was positive, then the Austrian index was positive as it gained by 0. Whatever percent. If it was negative, maybe it's that's all going down.
So it's talking about the entirety of the stock market.
Stock market.
It's pretty straightforward. Even I can understand that. So there's hope yet. Right. Let's move on to this one. Says Ugodre and Loretta, as the naira falls to 460 to the dollar, do you think the CBN needs to pump more dollars by force before Christmas to avoid serious issues?
By force, by fire.
I have accounts. They can pump it there. All will be well.
Yeah. I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. The government has got to pump in dollars, if I can use that word, pump. Yeah, it's got to happen. That's the only way you can stabilize the rate. But at the same time, you're saying, look, are we going to keep blowing up our reserves? Because the CBN does have commitments as well to the usage of those reserves, even though it's trying to do demand management. But there are commitments to those reserves that the CBN has to continue to maintain. But for us to bring down the exchange rate, you've got to see, foreign investments coming. Portfolio inflows has got to improve, direct investments, even your remittances, like your brothers and sisters in Canada and America and London and Australia and all those countries. It's got to continue to pour back in, and it hasn't been coming in from what we gather because of the lockdown. So we haven't been seeing a lot of that. So it's got to come back in, and when we start to see all those inflows, then you're rest assured that maybe CBN can now start a pump, or there's liquidity in the market. Because think about it, the avenues of supply are basically just shut out. So people can't, your brothers and sisters are not sending money as often as they used to before because of all the lockdown. A lot of them haven't worked. Some have been working from home. Some, it's pressure everywhere. So that's what's going to happen. But on the CBN part, they really can't keep doing it. That's why people are saying, look, free this thing. Don't hold on to it. Just let the currency go, and it will find its balance. People who can't afford it will stop buying it, and then at some point in time, the price will have no choice but to just come down, because people will just stop. Yeah, because the craze for the dollar now is because of all this.
Yeah, but I mean, it kind of is a tricky situation, because a lot of us, the country depends on imports of food items. And if the dollar is allowed and it goes up, wouldn't that mean a resultant increase in food as well?
Sorry, I'm back. Sorry, the line went up for a while.
Yeah. Oh, okay. What I'm saying is, if we allow the dollar, because some people have said allow it to, float around, market forces will decide. But if that happens while it's being decided by the market forces and it goes up, because we're import dependent, isn't that going to affect almost every commodity we have?
Yes, it will, but that's why you notice that government is trying to restrict the kind of things that you can import. Right? You see, it's like a trilemma. You can't get everything. So you can't say, we want our exchange rate to be strong, and then we also want to be importing everything we want. You can't have both at the same time, right? You can't have it at the same time. And then you can't also decide who invests in your country. So you got to be able to choose one thing. And either way, it's a pain. So if you say, I want a lot of imports, right, then you can't control the exchange rate. Exchange rate. Right, you can't control the exchange rate. Wow. If you say, I don't want exchange rate to keep going up, then you got to be able to pay for locally made goods. And those designer stuffs and very well done stuffs that we import, you can't afford them, right? You got to use what is and that's really the truth, man. That's the truth, and that's what everybody has got to understand or realize, that you can't just eat your cake and have it. There's pain everywhere. You know what I mean? There's pain everywhere, and that's really it today.
Right. There's a question here on our WhatsApp platform. Pretty simple. It says, morning, Sadiq. How do I invest in cryptocurrency? Please advise. It seems like we've been seeing a lot of adverts on TV, cryptocurrency here and there. More and more people are getting interested. How do you get involved?
Well, I haven't invested in cryptocurrencies before, but I know it involves opening a crypto account and putting your money in it.
So that's just
I would also
the
chime
currency.
in there. You can, visit nairametrics.com. There are a lot of articles that can help you invest in cryptocurrency. Different kind of cryptocurrency. Yeah, we do that, and it's important that you read those articles, because we don't want you to also fall into traps where you lose your money, right? So read them. They're pure guides. There are different kind of cryptocurrencies out there, and every day we always push out cryptocurrency related articles, just so that people who are interested in it can know what to buy. So just go to our cryptocurrency page, and then you see a lot of stuff there you can read up.
Fantastic. Another
We have
question
some
here.
questions, right?
Yes. All right. There are actually some here direct. Says, what do you think of a weekly investment of 45K and a profit of 4K5? The money will be turned over weekly. It is a food related. I don't see the rest of the
food related business, I guess.
Yeah, food related business. That's interesting. 45K investment and a profit of 4K5. What do you think about that?
Well, I don't know what you mean by a profit of 4K5, because anytime I hear things like this, I fear, because it sounds like Ponzi, and I'm like, is this Mr. P? Is this Mr. P? So I really get worried, and I hope this is not Mr. P. I hope this is just if it's not, I don't know, man. Any investment that promises you X amount every month has got to be either bonds, maybe it's bonds, or fixed income security from banks and things like that. Those are the kind of investments I can see. Maybe agri-tech, right? And they are usually regulated by SEC. I can agree. But anything else, I will give you 4-5 every month. No, man, no, don't work like that, because the guy is effectively telling you that your money is guaranteed, and there's no money that is guaranteed for any business. There is none at all. Just doesn't work like that. My God, how many minutes do we have left? Sadiq, what happened? You stole our time.
I'm so sorry. It was technical difficulties, but let's see if we can take one more question. It's an interesting one. It says, good morning, Ugo and Loretta. I'm interested in starting a business, but I'm in conflict with the highest yielding between owning a pharmacy, a restaurant, a small farm, or running a fuel station. What will you advise? These are big money things. So. Wow. Man, I'm planning on starting my own Akara business, and people are opening fuel station. God day. So good. What is the highest yielding?
I don't know what the highest yielding is, but taking a cue from what Ugodre said earlier, if you want to invest, you should look at, you should probably try areas that would not be weakened by inflation. And all of these things, inflation has affected,
all of them.
The industry it has pretty much affected everything. So at this point, just invest if you understand, and they are really good businesses. So it's better if you invest within your circle of competence. If you understand it very well, you're able to find the opportunities in that space within, the Nigerian economic quagmire. Thank you very much.
Sadiq, list those businesses again.
There's a fuel station, pharmacy, restaurant.
Fuel station, no. Pharmacy, restaurant. So I personally, just like Loretta said, you've got to follow your circle of competence. You got to follow your passion. You got to follow the one that is sort of insulated from inflation. And I think food, people would always eat food all the time.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. Food wins, provided that your food is sweet and it's well located. Right, and a pharmacy is good. People are always going to fall sick, and people are always going to buy drugs.
After eating look at that.
Food. Yeah. But the thing with fuel is that it's just too regulated, and your margins are determined by government, right? So I don't like that. But for pharmacy and food, nobody determines your margins. Nobody determines how much you sell your food, how much you sell your drugs, is all that. There's a lot of competition in those businesses, but you got to follow your heart, man. Follow your passion. That's what's important. Which one excites you in the morning when you wake up? Which one? Follow that one.
Thank you. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Right, we've run out of time. Thank you so much, Ugodre. Thank you, Loretta. Any final bit of advice for the people of Lagos?
Yeah, before I go, I want to give a shout out to those who are on the platform today. I see Adekunle Ayodeji, Baba Emmanuel, Daniel Iyo, Bolahon, Kizito, that's a funny name, Mustafa, Latunji, Olubenga, Olushola, my main man, Onome, always on the show. Onome, you should come on one of these days. I think maybe the next show, we're going to have you live. You join the session. We have Peter, nice. Tony, Tuburu, and Uthman. So, yeah, great to have you guys. See you guys next week. As usual, stay safe. Try not to get into trouble. Be pound wise, penny foolish. Yeah, whatever that means.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Loretta, you too. Take care.
Bye-bye.